any sentient being that is breathing, blinking, thinking, drinking, soul searching, whatever you're doing, I have a special announcement for you. Okay, pay attention. Pay pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Nobody cares. I'm here to tell you, nobody cares. The only person that should care is you. Your opinion should matter the most. Your intuition should be sounding like the most loud, or the most like as far as like echoing through your mind. You feel me? Like, people every day of your life will try to project certain ideologies, lifestyles. They may try to suggest to you to do certain things or whatnot, but it's not so much about what the hell they talk about. Because you could, like, even take what I'm saying. You feel me? Take it for, just like, how should I put it? Take it with a grain of salt. But check your internal GPS system. Check your internal world. You see what I'm saying? And if you see and experience things on the outside and it resonates with your frequency and you know it's going to help you, that's when you can align yourself. That's when you can entertain those ideas or outside ideologies. Because sometimes, again, we don't know everything. We think we do. We think we do. Sometimes our emotions, sometimes like our thoughts, our feelings, tend to validate a lot of what we go through, validate, our ups and downs. We, as human beings, on an unconscious level, we tend to um, validate everything that we do. That's what we tend to do. You see what I'm saying? But outside of that, bro, continuing the retention journey, continuing, like, just going within, being high vibrational. Today is a day where everybody is not in school. Everybody's home. Everybody's traveling. You got families, loved ones. I guess there's some type of ritualistic thing going on. I don't know. To me, it feel like an average regular day, but my average regular day is usually amplified by the magnetism of being on semen retention, going outside, getting some nature, meditating, reading the Bible if you have to read the Bible, or reading a book, decoding the matrix. I have a new obsession, and my new obsession is decoding the matrix, decoding how people think, how people react to certain things, their emotions. I get a kick out of that shit, bro. I enjoy learning about myself, learning about my interactions, learning about every, like, things that I use every single day. You know what I'm saying? Learning about the things that I use, my cell phone, Facebook, YouTube, uh, other content creators, like the titles of their videos. Like, did you know there's a study that, like, if you actually evoke emotion within the title, because this is the easiest way to do it, you put something negative as a content creator, you put something negative in the title, more times than not, a lot of people are actually going to react to that, because subconsciously our brains are kind of trained to be attracted to negativity, or trying to avoid negativity. You see what I'm saying? So I personally do my absolute best to be aware, like, stay on point at all times. I mean, literally at all times. Now, at first, that seems like a lot. Like, what do you mean stay on point at all times? Because, you go to sleep, you go through emotional ups and downs. But if you're taking care of your space, you just break down life simple, bro. You feel me? If it's a holiday, if you know there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's happening and stuff, just be ahead of the punch. Like, try to, like, if you know you hate traffic, leave at an ample time to get to where you need to get to. If you know you can't stand traffic, if you know you don't like being rushed, if you know you don't like people telling you what to do, and like, okay, We're gonna have to set up these tables and stuff because again, there's some type of ritualistic thing that's going on today. I don't know what day it is today, but I just noticed a lot of people are home, a lot of people are on vacation and shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they celebrating. That's beyond my pay grade. Okay, that is beyond my. I don't know what anybody is celebrating today. It just seems like businesses, certain businesses and stuff like that, like they're not open for some reason. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing, bro. I have to go together as a live, like especially if my live doesn't mess up or anything like that with the audio. We have to holler at Pluto. See, the thing about Pluto the duck, he's one of my pets. He kind of adopted me. And apparently, a lot of his cousins are fallen soldiers today. Everybody's doing ritualistic things, gluttonous things, and it's painted in a way where it's like, oh, we're celebrating whatever holiday, bro. It's been programmed in our minds since we were kids to know that like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas at the end of the year is going to happen. I don't know. I completely removed myself. Like every day is a celebration for me. Like what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody doing what you got to do, staying locked in. 100%, 100%. But like I've every day is a celebration for me, and it should be a celebration for you too. If you understand your power, you're growing into your power. You're relating to different businesses or different people that you thought that you would never talk to. Um, you can get through doors right now that you didn't even know was already unlocked for you. Like legitimately. This start and that's the thing about it, bro. Like don't wait till a holiday. Don't wait till like, the end of the year. Don't wait till like your birthday. Like don't wait till like all of these outside, you know, calendar days. Like don't wait till like, what I'm saying, like shit is seems like it's aligned based on the matrix. Nah, align with yourself first. Once you control your inner state, you can literally travel the interstate. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better term. But like I'm just saying, like, there's so many things that you can accomplish in life right now. If you understand your magnetism. If you understand your magnetism and how you talk to people, how you carry yourself, how you create levels of like humor when you are able to like, have the gift of the gab and you're really just vibing. Again, you're just chilling. Like you're not even bothering nobody. Like you're just happy with yourself. That's the key. Being happy with yourself. Being content with yourself, understanding like every decision that you make throughout the day, it's laying down a brick. It's like if you want to build a pyramid, if you want to live in something great and build a pyramid, you got to do it brick by brick. Unless you got like a superhuman computer technology type, you know, a machine that can like, what I'm saying, like help you move the bricks and shit. But like shit, put that to the side. If you don't have that, what are you doing every single day to better yourself? Are you researching? Do you understand the nervous system? The nervous system. Like when I go live later, I'm gonna break down the autonomic, I think it's the autonomic nervous system. It's just different types of nervous systems that we have. Uh, it starts with your brain, which is like the command center, and then your spine. Between your brain and your spine, literally, that's where all your thoughts, emotions, and everything. That's where you feel that. Like that's the source where you start to feel everything from. Your brain, excuse me, your brain, and then also like your pineal gland and stuff. All of that, the energy travels down your brain or whatnot, down to the spine, and of course, like throughout the body, you have your nervous system that spreads out to your hands, your arms, your feet, shit like that. You feel me? So we have to work on being able to stimulate our own nervous system that promotes growth, that promotes direction, that promotes a little bit of like just having an empathic type of energy. This is how you understand people when you become like somewhat of an empath as a guy. That shit is like frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be in tune with our emotions and shit like that. I get it. It is what it is. But the thing about being in tune with your emotion, like how I started this live, if you're a man, I'm gonna let you know something right now. There might be a few people that care for you in life. Your mom, your dad, maybe your, uh, it's the funniest joke, it's the funniest joke I know. No, I ain't gonna do that. You might have somebody that you think cares about you, your kids or whatever. But I'm here to tell you and let you know nobody really cares. But that's not in a bad way. That's just like you having to be the strength of everything in your reality. You can't depend on friends, family. You can't depend on me. You can't depend on nobody else but yourself to experience peace, happiness, wealth, good health. You can't depend on somebody to hit you up that's going to say, hey, you need to work out today, or hey, you need to go outside, and instead of like participating in this ritualistic gluttonous holiday, maybe probably take a couple wings or whatnot, but like don't overdo yourself. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Still chill, workout, vibe. Okay, you still want to watch the game. It is what it is. I'm not saying you can't have a kickback. Ain't nothing wrong with having a kickback, chilling, vibing, drink, whatever. But there just has to be a level of discernment when we are doing that, or if we happen to do that, do stuff like that. You feel me? But also don't do things under peer pressure, bro. Peer pressure is a real thing as well, bro. You feel me? So yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm going to be breaking down. Like I said, I know it's holidays. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully, you guys have a safe travels if you're traveling different states or different countries and stuff. Shout out to you. I pray a safe travel for everybody, bro. Random news. Didn't know how serious this was, but some type of explosion happened in Hong Kong. Are we supposed to be praying for Hong Kong right now? Because I seen that shit in the news. While like stuff is happening, I just remembered like I've seen it a couple of times on my timeline. Like usually I don't really share stuff on my timeline that's like negative or anything like that. I personally don't have the time to invest emotional energy into some shit that I see on the internet, especially if I don't know like the ins and outs of what happened. Um, Especially if I don't give a fuck and I don't care. If I'm in like a Zen type of mode where I'm really like on retention, mind you, it's not even like something that I'm ignoring because like, I'm currently talking to a young lady, and the energy is dynamic as far as like how your nervous system is set up, how you communicate. Communicating a lot of times, like with guys, we tend to not listen for shit. That's our problem. That's one of the main problems. People don't listen. People love the sound of their own voice. They like to talk XYZ. Me, I like to talk, but like shit, if I'm gonna talk, I'm going to simply kind of reflect a lot of my research as far as like dealing with humankind, dealing with female attraction, or a relationship or marriage. Like me personally, I haven't been in like a quote unquote successful relationship in my entire life. Granted, though, I live vicariously through a lot of people who go through it or who have gone through it. So because I've done that, I kind of felt some of their pains and stuff, and I be trying to like not wonder, I be trying to like figure out what went wrong type shit. Or like, if you chilling with a chick the first 2-3 months, that's like the honeymoon phase. She can't say nothing wrong, you can't say nothing wrong. Everything's just flowing. Sometimes people don't even look at that as a red flag, but shit. Niggas never know in the beginning. Everything be sweet in the beginning. You feel me? She be calling you, she be answering. Uh, if you call her, or if y'all chilling, like there's no argument and shit like that. But then when you realize that you are talking to a female, you gotta understand like not just her, but then like of course her spiritual baggage. Everybody got spiritual baggage. You got spiritual baggage too. You feel me? Just because people have a spiritual baggage, that doesn't. Sometimes like people look at that as like a negative connotation to it, but in reality, uh, everybody has baggage. Everybody has like some type of experience or something like that. You feel me? Some Some are a heavy load than others, depending on what you prefer. But the fact of the matter is, like, if you before you fully get involved with a woman, because nowadays, bro, shit is weird. Shit is getting crazy. Like, if you smash a chick type shit, you low key kind of like locked in type shit. You feel me? I don't know what the fuck they got going on with the electromagnetic spectrum right now with the sun and the atmosphere, but like simple shit like talking to people or even contact. Or when you talk about, you know, two like when a natural thing happens, you got the feminine and you got the masculine that comes together, the energies merge. There's a lot that happens when once you enter into like her portal. You feel me? So with that being said, people are not thinking about the repercussions of what's happening at all. They don't think about it. They just look at, damn, she fine as hell. Damn, that's some fine shit. Damn, she got good credit. You feel me? Like, damn, she drive a nice car. Damn, you feel me? She want to take me to places and shoot me $500 just because. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, crazy, right? We only pay attention to the outside things, but then we don't realize a lot of the times like who we're actually talking to. You got to understand how our minds work as men, like your own mind. You have to understand that. That's number one. And number two, you have to, like, number one, understand yourself first so you can understand others, low key. Now, you're not going to fully understand everyone like shit. Everything is cycles and patterns. Everybody got their own cycle and pattern. You listen to a person long enough, you're going to see their pattern. You're going to experience their pattern. It almost like kind of becomes predictable. But once it becomes predictable, like, I'm not gonna lie, like in relationships, a lot of the times the reasons why some relationships tend to fail is because people become very predictable. When you were first working on yourself, when you were first like going within and being high vibrational, you had to work on staying focused, staying purpose driven. You feel me? Every morning, every day, like, okay, whatever. Even if you spend 2, 3 hours, 4 hours with your chick in the beginning of the day and whatnot, after that, refocus, recenter yourself. If you are going to hang out with friends and family for the holidays, that's cool. But after that, refocus yourself, recenter yourself. It's no offense to anybody else, but you just have to recenter yourself. You have to understand, like, okay, wait, was the vibe that I had was actually a good vibe, or like, was there something that I missed that went beneath the radar as far as like that interaction with somebody? Was somebody telling like an inside joke or a side joke that's kind of like low key, like a red flag? Now, again, I sound like a Virgo trying to overthink, but you don't have to. It doesn't have to be that deep. But that's how I look at it. Because again, I study this shit. I study my own brain. I study a woman's brain. I study her body. Like, why wouldn't you want to study a woman's brain? Of course, it's cantankerous. There's a lot of things that happen. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to experience harmony, because again, it's not about control, it's not about manipulation. It's about experiencing peace and harmony. That's it. If you want to experience peace and harmony, you got to understand the sentient being that you're trying to communicate with or vibe with, or, you know what I'm saying, have a baby with. You feel me? So with me, it's very simple. And at the same time, it's a lot of fun. If the shit ain't fun, my nigga, like, you're not gonna want to, half the time, subconsciously, again, like, start to pay attention to yourself. Like, you know, start to pay attention to, I would say, like, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, because when you do that, you learn a lot about yourself, and you be like, damn, bro, like, okay, for example, if I got to do something that I know is a tall task, or it's hard, or whatever the case may be, I would do my best to try to make it fun. I read it in like some book a long time ago, and I think one of my homeboys was saying like, oh yeah, I read this book about, like, you know, control or some shit like that. But he basically said, if we're going to be doing something, and if it's a tall task, and if you don't have the right state within for you to do it, that task is going to be daunting. It's going to suck. It's going to be trash. You're going to be dealing with, like, if you go to work and you have a manager that ain't shit, or that's lazy, or is going to tell you to like do most of the work because like they're going to just be up front all day, You can look at that two ways. You can look at it as like, man, this nigga gonna get on my nerves, pissing me off, XYZ, or you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna make this shit fun. I'm going to I'm gonna do this with enthusiasm. I'm gonna do it in a way where it's like it's noticeable for me. So just in case if everybody else notices, it's like, first of all, you motherfuckers is late to the party, nigga. I've been lit. Before I even got to work, nigga, I've been lit. You get what I'm saying? So understanding how to use a lot of situations to your advantage is key, especially when it feels like a disadvantage. Because a lot of times life ain't fair at all. But make this shit fun. Nigga, ain't no reason why, like, just because you on monk mode, just because you're not talking to nobody, that don't mean you can't be lit by yourself. I feel like that shows intelligence, that shows creativity. One day when everything shuts down and you just only have humans to talk to, like when you don't have a cell phone, when you don't have YouTube or none of this shit, what do you have like by yourself? What is your energy signature talking about? Do you have the universal energy to be your own quote unquote TV show or television show or National Geographic where your brain can like paint a picture for somebody without you having to depend on exterior things to quote unquote be appealing or just be interesting. Every human being at some point in time wants to be appealing, wants to come off as interesting, wants to come off as intelligent at some point in time in their life, whether it's like with their mom, their dad, friends, loved ones, things of that nature. But I say, is that Black Panther merch? Nah, not yet. The merch is coming. The merch is definitely coming, dog. But like, um, I have a few ideas. I do have a few ideas, but like, yo. So yeah, bro. So it's really, what are you without all of these things? I want to get VVS bust downs in my teeth. I want to do 10 to the top, 10 to the bottom. This is before the VVs. This is before the bust down. This is before the earrings and all this bullshit. I don't need all that shit. I just want to have it. You feel me? Once I have enough money to do that shit, like niggas, like treat yourself, nigga. Especially if you've been disciplined, because there's opportunities where I could have just took a left turn and completely went the complete opposite way of like anything there is to do with YouTube and any. I could easily get a fucking 9 to 5 job and just not give a fuck about none of this shit. I wouldn't. It's easy. It's easy to do the wrong things, but I choose to keep pushing myself, keep pushing the boundaries, just challenging myself, see how far I could go. Shit. And since I've been pushing myself and pushing the boundaries and shit, I'm becoming a lot more magnetic and I'm getting closer and closer to the reality that I want to experience. The thing about it is that like people who are in your reality already, it's two things. They're either gonna believe in you or they're not. Damn, whatever they got going on in their life is either two things. They're either gonna believe in you or they're not. If they believe in you and you are working on yourself and they align themselves as far as like you're and again, it's not like people adjusting to you. It's people adjusting to a certain frequency where harmony exists, where your mind is sharp, everything is sharp, harmony exists, peace exists, understanding exists. And even bro, if you really like a female and shit, dog, like all you gotta do, bro, like, because again, I have this problem, and I think this is the reason why I can't even get into a full relationship because I always ruin the shit. The reason why I always ruin it is because usually when I catch feelings and shit, I start talking too much. I start saying like, yo, start expressing my feelings. That's how I used to be. But then I started like learning about like different ways of like how to use language and talk to the conscious mind while talking to the subconscious mind. And some I would say some women tend to pick up on that shit, but then again they consciously can't do shit about it because I'm not egregiously trying to manipulate or you know what I'm saying get into her mind or anything. It's just like I switch up how I talk because I understand the power of the energy within certain words. The power like you, when you say words like you, when you say things like because like subconsciously when motherfuckers say you, you're automatically thinking about yourself. Your attention is gonna be alert. Oh, this shit has something to do with me. Let me listen in. You are powerful. You are omnipotent. You feel me? Like when motherfuckers start saying shit like that, you start to get, not even you, your subconscious mind puts that together. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a vision on what somebody's saying. If you don't understand a word they're saying, or if it's just a completely different language, then it's not even so much about the word, it's about the energy behind the words. There's been plenty of times where I was vibing on YouTube, I'm listening to rap music, and then they'll like, I'll be like, you know what? I feel like listening to some Cuban rap, or I feel like listening to some rap from the Middle East. And I'll be listening to these motherfuckers. I don't know what the fuck they saying. It'd be like jits with curtains on and shit, with sandals on. Them niggas be snapping, saying all type of shit. It sounds like they're snapping. You feel me? Meaning like I'm reading the energy. Like everybody has their own energy signature. You see what I'm saying? So because everybody has their own energy signature, we have to learn how to exercise our energy signature. Our energy signature is very powerful. It's like our it's like kind of like our reputation. It can be that if you put enough like work and time into it. See what I'm saying? So there's a lot that I want to go over as far as like just understanding the mind while on retention, understanding female attraction, understanding attraction in itself, period. Like, you know, attracting opportunities, wealth, money, um, whatever. You feel me? You can literally this is kind of like heaven on earth, but then depending on your mindset and depending on the paradigm within, it's kind of like hell on earth too. So you actually have the choice to like live in bondage and be in hell, or set yourself free and in a sense understand what quote unquote this hell is. Because believe it or not, it's people right now that's living their best life. There's a lot of stuff that normal people worry about, like they don't have to worry about. And it's simply because they positioned themselves, or they did one or two good investments and that shit started to accumulate, or, you know, compound interest. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, keep in mind, was it November 27th right now or something like that? So we got a few more days. I'm still going to be going live, but like get the membership now as far as for members only on YouTube, because a lot of my lives are going to be jam packed with a lot of you know, information, a lot of like ways. This is going to be powerful information that's like, it's going to not only change your life but change your perception of like what it means to really be yourself. Once you understand like who you are, you go within and you know what your niche is, where you're gonna operate, whether you're gonna be, you know, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is. I don't care, because there's a lot of people who's young and that watch my videos and stuff, and like you have your whole life ahead of you. You don't have to worry about getting into situations where you have to deal with people who already made mistakes in the past, and because they made all these mistakes or whatever, they learned a lesson. Now they want to settle for you when the whole time you was here being the same person the whole time. You feel me? So make sure, obviously, you don't settle, but make sure, you know, you don't allow people to take advantage of your energy. Because some of y'all, believe it or not, you think you bad. You think you like one of the baddest motherfuckers on the face of this planet, but some of y'all actually low key might, like, legitimately is sincere. When I say sincere, meaning like y'all niggas, I don't mean to say like y'all niggas like that, but I'm just saying like some of y'all legitimately haven't done shit in the world that you're still paying for. Like there's other people, other guys that have done narcissistic stuff, that has done like a lot of stuff to women, and because women had those um experiences with those men, like men like us have to pay for their mistakes. Like legitimately, that's how that should be. So you can't let that discourage you though. Like kind of like just learn from it, learn from everything, bro. When you're talking to somebody, listen. It's power in listening. You'll be surprised when you're having a conversation with somebody how much you can learn about somebody just by listening to what they're saying. Not just listening to react or respond, but you know, every see, this is how you get rid of small talk. Some of y'all might get to the point where you might get arrogant, or you might start to feel some type of way like, nigga, I'm not even gonna hold a conversation with certain people because the level, your frequency, or where you're at. I'm not trying to say I'm higher than you or better than you, but the things that I talk about, if you don't understand, or if you can't resonate with my frequency or energy, in other words, what's the point of even having small talk? I know how fast this conversation is going to end. It ain't going to be too long. Like, if I'm going to talk to somebody, it's going to be about business, or it's going to be about like encouraging somebody. Do I have my weak moments where I just be bored, what you doing, or whatever the fuck? Yes. Everybody has their weak moments. You feel me? But we don't have to live in those weak moments all the time. I'd rather live in just learning and bettering myself. I took myself to class yesterday. Whole time there was a 3-hour influencer video that I watched. Well, I tried to watch it at first. Nigga fell asleep. I ain't gonna hold you. That's 3 hours. You feel me? Subconsciously, I picked up on the information, but then when I woke up, I'm like, damn, bro, I really need to take notes, or like really listen to something like 2 or 3 times to really get the gist of the information, because there was a lot of information. So I took myself to class, and then I learned so much. And as I'm processing this information within my mind, I feel myself charging up. I feel myself becoming a lot more powerful, like literally by the second, because I'm learning, and I'm the information that I'm learning. It's like I get to exercise it without. It's like I'm exercising it on myself, as far as like my inner being and my state, and my surroundings is changing around. Like, if you start to panic, motherfucker, it's like your reality is gonna show like, okay, panic mode, panic mode. You're gonna see stuff in your reality that's um catered to what you're thinking, that you're experiencing on the internal. You are internally magnetic. So if you are internally magnetic, we have to be aware of where our thoughts are. Like, refocusing ourselves. There's gonna be times where it's like we're not always on point. That's why I say try to be on point as much as possible. But when you have weak moments, check yourself. Be like, okay, what is my nervous system telling me? See, we live in these bodies, but we don't even understand like how complex we are, how complex the prefrontal frontal cortex is. Like, you got so much dimensions within your DNA, it's insane. And and the powers that be, they purposely don't want you to know. The only motherfuckers they want to know about your body and stuff is like surgeons and brain surgeons, or like people who's like major scientists that's working for major corporations. They want them, obviously they want them to know what's up, because now they're manipulating atoms and genes and gene splicing and doing all type of cloning and shit. So even if you're an average person, bro, I think it's imperative. I think it's very important that you learn about yourself, nigga. Like, it's your body, nigga. It's your body. Like, don't let food, outside exterior energy, ideologies, brainwashing. Don't let that shit control you. All that shit. A lot of people are controlled literally by that, bro. And motherfuckers be, when I be talking to people sometimes, I be like, dang, bro, like, you really bought it out. No disrespect, but you can't even see past a certain spectrum. No disrespect. I was there. Shit, I fall there sometimes all the time. Like, from time to time, I be like, damn, I'm tripping. My higher self be like, nigga, wake up, or refocus yourself. You feel me? Some people really be botted out. I'd be like, dang, bro, like, and mind you, some of these people that I talk to, or whatever, that might be botted out, it might be, it's not even like people that I need in my life, but like, shit, if you gotta work, or if you or if you gotta buy something at a store, or something, or some shit like that, you have to deal with people, and you can't be mad at the level or the frequency that they're at. But that should be mind-boggling to me, because I'd be damned if I let an idea or a video fuck up my whole day. You feel me? I I personally, this is what I'm saying, bro. When you're watching certain things, bro, and especially if you don't agree with some of the things, like, there's a lot of people who watch my content and don't agree with some of the things that I say. Bro, take shit for just for a grain of salt, my nigga. It ain't that serious. Once we start to make things personal, and it affects our internal world, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes an issue. because it's like now you fucking up your own peace because you turn on social media or you watch, the news, or you're seeing people comment saying, people are like talking about you, or they're talking about men in general, saying like how we're dumb, stupid, slow, whatever the fuck. And now I'm taking it personal. I'm taking my big ass foot and I'm sticking my foot in that shoe to fit the description. What's the point? Motherfuckers gonna say shit anyway. People gonna talk anyway. People gonna say something good or bad anyway, any day, every day. Energies change. So you don't have to take it personal. As long as you good on the internal, that's all that matters. Because again, your internal is magnetic. When you practice retention, you practice, you know, utilizing your sexual energy is magnetic. That's creative energy. You don't necessarily even see the thing about it, bro. There's been a lot of guys, there's been a lot of people, just in general, as a human totality, men and women, we've all fucked up at some point in time. But I feel like I'm just speaking for the men because genetically speaking, um, we're physically stronger than women or whatnot. We should have, like, there's no excuse for forcing women to do stuff against their will. There's just no excuse, right? So I in my heart, I believe that, like, men have a certain responsibility to, number one, take a stand against, like, you feel me, just like shit that's just like weird, or you forcing yourself on something, or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's just lame as fuck to me. For real. It's not a good thing at all. You feel me? So you had a lot of women who gone through some shit at a very young age. So when you talk about the word sex, or making love and shit, that shit is so fucked up nowadays. Because like a lot of people's first time was like inappropriate, or they was too young, or you was so young at the time, you didn't know the whole time like motherfucker was taking advantage of you. You thought like shit, this shit was cool or whatever the fuck. You feel me? And it happens. It happens to a lot of people. You feel me? It start at a young age. It start when we have to have those uncomfortable ass conversations. But when we get past that as a man, and we're men and women, we're grown adults. As a man, we should be sensitive to the fact that, especially if a woman has been through some shit, we have to be even more sensitive to the fact of bringing up the topic of sex, because some women literally will get turned off by the conversation because they had a lot of negative uh I say a lot of negative experiences afterwards. You feel me? And again, this is part of the like uncomfortable conversation that people tend to avoid. So with that being said, what do you do as a man? How do you make your woman safe? First of all, nigga, are you safe? Are you good in the head? Or can you manage yourself? Can you keep your area clean? Could you keep things when emotions tend to flare, go up and down? Can you keep your composure where you don't invest too much emotions into a conversation and really understand what she's talking about or what she's saying? If you can keep yourself good, as far as like your state is good, then what's going to happen is she's going to mirror your state, because you're literally telling her that like it's okay. This is a safe space. You can be yourself. You can be feminine. You can be open. I'm not gonna take advantage of what the fuck you're saying and shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna judge you either. Again, we can't get past the talking stage because niggas be too quick to judge. Females too. Sometimes they be too quick to judge. You be like, damn, like, hear me out. I know you probably want to pick their side, but like, just hear the story. There's three sides to every story. You got your side, you got her side, and then you got the truth. You feel me? So it's like, you know, to once you get in a safe space mentally, then gradually she will, I say again, because like you're married, if you're in a smooth, calm, collective space, she's gonna mirror that. Women subconsciously, and this is not a bad thing. This is actually a thing that it's kind of like low key mind control, whether women know it or not. Like, everybody, this sounds fucked up to say, but like everybody has a level of mind control unconsciously, whether you know it or not. Kids, you, your girl, your mama, your daddy, everybody has, like, you feel me? And again, that's the dark nature of humans. And again, this is another uncomfortable thing to say, but it's true. So with that being said, There's gonna be times where shit like that happens, type shit. But like, you have to remain centered. You have to remain, in a sense where it's like you don't have to invest too much emotions into, a woman's thoughts or ideas like that. Now, if she's sharing emotions or ideas that involve you, like future visions and shit, like listen to her, bro. Like y'all motherfuckers could come up with some like fun shit to do. Y'all could like literally enjoy life. Listen, when it's your time to talk, you can talk. You can talk. You can pop your shit. You can. She'll let you cook. So when you think about a guy leading, um, nobody's gonna follow him if he's not calm, cool, and collected. It's the truth. If you're not cool within yourself, if you got some inner demons, ain't nobody gonna be fucking with you. Nigga, you got inner demons, nigga. Like the fuck? Why would I want to follow you, bitch? Like you got all type of episodes and shit happening. You feel me? I've heard it all before. I know what it is. You feel me? So as we continue the journey, like I said, bro, I know I'm kind of rambling and stuff, but I had to holler at y'all. This is just some like instant downloads and shit. Again, everybody's celebrating some type of ritualistic thing today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It is what it is. But if you resonate with this message, definitely drop a bag on the Cash App, Moody Starr 8. And then also you can hit the PayPal. You feel me? All proceeds go back to the channel. We're gonna build the channel, of course, and we want to create jobs for a lot of people who want to take advantage of the information and the retention journey itself. Like participate in this, like for real. You like when you participate in life changing things that you don't have to. You don't get like right now. Again, I'd appreciate some on the Cash App for sure, but I'm literally giving you niggas a free game. For real, for real. Like G shit. Like I should be paid for this shit. Like really paid, but I don't really care because regardless of the fact, I've had so many ideas that have been stolen from me and shit. Like at this point, it's like it is what it is, bro. Like what's for me is gonna be for me. What's not for me, if it's for the universe, if it's for you, if it's for somebody else, you want to take this information and run with it. Go ahead, do what you do. It really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, y'all stay locked in, bro. Y'all stay locked in, man. This shit is live. This shit get live. It actually do get live. Um, again, you have the spiritual side of it, and then you have the neurological side of it. I'm somewhat of a neuroscientist / alchemist. I'm studying a lot of things right now. You feel me? So, um, being able to just like travel through time, like there's times where I meditate and I feel my spirit moving. Like one time, like I was here, I was chilling, and I was about to do something. I think I was about to go to the store or something like that, and I literally felt like a movement within my body. I was staying still. I ain't moved, but I felt. So I'm like, damn. I felt like my energy, my spirit was just moving. This shit was crazy, and that's because like I believe that's like the magnetism that I've been accumulating, and it's just a matter of time. Like there's different ways where I can exercise this magnetism, and that's the thing. I don't always have to talk it out, or I could be sleeping and have like an amazing lucid dream. I had a crazy lucid dream this morning. That shit was insane. That shit felt real as hell. I'm talking about like I'm jumping through realms and shit. I got my chick, I think me and her astral traveled and shit, so she was on some like she was saying all type of rituals and saying all type of stuff. I'm like, what the hell going on? I'm like, am I awake? Like, what the fuck is happening? You feel me? It's been a minute since I had like got one of them dreams. You feel me? Where I was really getting something. She really infiltrated my dream. She must have been dreaming about me or thinking about me because that shit felt real as hell. It definitely did. But regardless of the fact, I still maintain. But again, like when you start to retain your energy and you have that internal magnetism, this is something that you get to experience obviously for yourself. But then if you do have your family, your friends, you have your kids, loved ones, or whatever, interstellar dream, like for real, g shit. When you have like people that you relate to, I'm here to tell you, bro, you're gonna make their day a lot more brighter, bro. You're gonna shift the energy, bro. You ever been at a family event and you're just waiting for your favorite cousin to come, and when your favorite cousin comes, like the whole energy changes. Like all of a sudden, like damn shit lit now. Like y'all about to go outside. He gonna show you like his new car or whatever the case may be. Energy changes. You have the ability to do that for somebody else, but you have to be centered within yourself first. Nigga said busting those astro cheeks. Listen, man. Shit, dream pussy. Listen, bro, dream pussy, that shit there, that shit multidimensional. You feel me? And I ain't even trying to like talk too vulgar or anything like that, but that shit is multidimensional. That shit is for real. Especially when you be conscious of what's happening and you're not getting fucked over by no incubus or succubus or whatever. Once you know, like, okay, this spirit or this energy is familiar, because again, there's been a lot of times where I've been got by like succubus and shit like that. But that was when I was younger. But a lot of my experiences, it'd be real, it'd be females. I be, shit. The power of thought is real, bro. Especially when you sleep at night. Shit, that's when that shit potent. That's when like thoughts travel even more because it's, what I'm saying. It's not too much like, I would say too much like technology being used at night. I mean, technology is always being used, but it's less. You feel me? So it's like when you dream, you can really go places and remember shit. But yeah, man, this shit crazy though, bro. That's why I be chilling, bro. Like I enjoy my life before the blessings, bro. Like be grateful of the blessings now, or the power of um the power of the present, like right now. But also still prepare yourself and understand like life is never gonna be completely perfect. Um, when you go through ups and downs, again, now when I go through ups and downs, I just study, bro. I find something that can stimulate my mind, stimulate my nervous system, and once it can like shift my focus from whatever the fuck I was stressed about or thinking about or even feeling about, that's when my power really starts to grow. That's when the maturity starts to happen. That's when it starts to happen, when you can say, man, I, instead of being bored, or instead of just being stuck in this like recycled mindset, because sometimes when we have recycled mindsets, we associate feelings with it, and when we associate feelings with it, actions follow after those feelings. You're gonna act on what you feel. You get what I'm saying? And I had a terrible habit of doing that. Anytime like I got too much into my head type shit, and I'm gonna relapse or just do some shit I'm not supposed to do, is because it's literally it's like a 3-step process. The mental, I entertain what the fuck is going on within the movie theater within my mind. I associate a feeling with what I see within my mind, and then the action happens. The action follows the feeling from the action that I see within my mind. So instead of watching the same old movies and shit, I'm flashing forward, nigga. I'm simultaneously, I'm watching the movie while creating the movie in real time. You see what I'm saying? I should be a writer. I have a lot of movie ideas. Like just the other night, I was talking about the other day when I woke up, I had a lucid dream about being in a place where you have smart clothes. So with the smart clothes technology, what happens is, and this is in a dream, but the shit was just like vivid as fuck. And I ain't gonna lie, some cheeks came outside. Why is she dancing, bro? Come on, bro. Like, don't be. Boy, the devil is alive, bro. Anywho, attention flows where energy goes. Um, focus out. What was I saying? She's standing directly in front of me. All right. I was talking about the clothes, right? In my dream, uh, like in this world, we didn't have to worry about buying clothes. This is in my dream now. Okay, I have to keep saying this because people are hopping in and out of the live right now. So within my dream, my lucid dream, if you happen to be a criminal, you're gonna be dressed as a criminal. Now it's not gonna be like a jumpsuit or anything, but what happens is you're still free, but you're locked up. You can't talk to nobody. You could probably, I don't know, you could probably like walk a few places and shit like that, but because this society is so far advanced, they didn't have the need to have prisons and shit. Like nigga, like once you put on this holographic garment, this tells everything about you. So within that realm, if you did something good, if you was a law-abiding citizen or whatever, then you know what I'm saying, your clothes would change based on your energy. and it's crazy because like I don't even know what the fuck to call that. But like what happened was I kept on seeing this one dude in this criminal suit. I'm like, nigga, like what the fuck? Every time I see you in a club or some shit or whatever, like you, it seems like he's like one way, and then again it just like the criminal suit kind of comes on and just like, damn, bro, like nigga, how much time you got, nigga? Like this shit crazy as fuck. But this is an advanced civilization, um, and everything's based off of energy, and you don't buy like fashion literally happens from second to second. So like the new drip in this realm and within my dream, the new drip literally is energy based. So instead of like ordering the new shirt or ordering the new Jordans or some shit like that, if your aura is giving LeBron, Kyrie Irving mixed with the intellect of Einstein, um, um, or anybody that's smart or some shit like that, your clothes will cloak to what your energy is. That's what was happening within my dream, my lucid dream. If I was to make a movie, I don't know what I'd call that movie, but I'm guaranteed somebody gonna hear this information, steal it, and in 2020, 2029, 2030, I mean 2030, somebody gonna come out with a movie about a society where like, you know, this shit is happening. But the thing about it, bro, again, I don't mind sharing information. It is what it is. That's part of my creative energy. I could keep going with like a whole bunch of movies and shit like that, but that's literally my lucid dream that I experienced. I seen that shit firsthand. That's how I could like remember vividly what the fuck happened. And when you retain your energy, and it's not only retaining, but it's exercising. Because now when you got a female where you can exercise your energy with, it's like you are not leaking, but you're still kind of like magnet, like because you're magnetized, you can still send some like positive um sexual energy to your woman without even touching her. Again, how do you relate to her nervous system? If you can touch her nervous system without touching her nervous system, that's how feelings and emotions, that's how it actually develops. How you talk, the pace of how you talk, what you say, the timing of what you say. You know, are you goal based, driven? Are you are like basically are you obsessed over control or manipulation? Because if you're obsessed over control and manipulation, that's the quickest way to get cut off by anybody. Once a motherfucker know like, damn, you trying to play some mind games on me, I ain't fucking with you. That's true. It's like if I knew a female, I ain't gonna lie, if a female was trying to play mind games with me, that shit ain't gonna work. Cause it's just not gonna work. You feel me? I was raised around sisters and shit, so I know how to respect women, and um, I study this shit. And then when you practice retention, you know, believe it or not, it's gonna be a lot of people that share information with you that you thought you never that you thought like you never hear before. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, bro, I just try to like just stay locked in, bro. Like I do everything out of love at the end of the day. I don't care if you're my enemy. I don't care if you're a troll. I don't care if you're like negative or whatnot. I'm doing everything out of love, bro. You feel me? If I gotta cut you off out of love, I'm gonna do that too. You feel me? The love vibration is misconstrued as a motherfucker. When motherfuckers say like they love you, what kind of love? What love we talking about? What deity rules this love that you speak of? Because motherfuckers will say that shit loosely like it ain't no tomorrow. But if you have internal magnetism, and if you know, because again, you can express love without saying you love somebody. Like how if you love yourself, if you care for yourself, and somebody's talking to you type shit, if a female's fucking with you and shit, like they're gonna feel that energy. They're gonna start to love themselves. Then they're gonna wonder like, damn, I really love myself. Where am I getting this kind of energy from? Like, then they're gonna think about who was they talking to. How do I know? Because this shit happen. Like it's the same thing happens for guys as well. Like if I could talk to a female that's like kind of like internally reflecting like, hey, you should love yourself. You should focus on yourself. I'ma fuck with her. I'ma love her. Cause it's like, damn, bro, you telling me you're not telling me how to live my life, but you are, because like, you know what I'm saying, we are aligned internally. You are focused on yourself, loving yourself, and and like unconsciously you're saying like, yo, do the same. I'll be here. Do the same as long as, and If she's doing that, that's more power to both of y'all. You feel me? That's more power to both of y'all. But like, regardless of the fact, whether you have external help or not, you as a man, you got to make sure that you, you know, are depending on your own energy, your own magnetism to maintain the peace, maintain the harmony, um, be the calm individual that can handle any storm, that can weather any storm, like 100%. I heard somebody come outside. What's going? What's happening? My bad. I thought somebody came outside. So yeah, with that being said, bro, um, there's no point in trying to have control over anybody, bro. Just have control over yourself, and people will mirror your internal world. If only if y'all frequencies are aligned. If y'all frequencies aren't aligned, and if people decide to cut themselves off, so let it be, bro. So let it be. Everything has an expiration date. But at the end of the day, while people are still in your life, or while like you still have like good relationships, um, look at see, this is the problem. This is the problem with Hershey, bro. They let this man out to go use the bathroom, and like you see what I'm saying? With no leash, he going to the neighbor's yard, pissing, doing all type of shit, disrespectful. That should be pissed. That shit gets me angry, dog. They could have just waited for me to walk the damn dog. This is why he be pissing in the house, cause he just do what he want. Look at this nigga. I don't know if y'all can see him. My bad. I got irritated all of a sudden. Cause this shit get on my fucking nerves, bro. It's like complete laziness, dog. God damn, I'm gonna drop everything. Hershey, come here. Hershey. I ain't got time to be chasing this damn dog. Hershey. See, this nigga not gonna listen, dog. No. See, I ain't gonna lie. I'm the type of person that like I like order. I like order and stuff. Like if that was my dog, he would not be doing that shit at all. That's the thing, you don't listen, bro. Anyway, um we're gonna stay focused regardless. Like I'm gonna have to like bring some order back into the house. That's another thing too, bro. Like, as guys we tend to, we like order, bro. You said it. You said that Mercury. I'm the same way. Yeah, bro. Like I'm not telling people what to do, but like when Hershey gets hurt or something like that, or gets stolen because we just let him walk out and just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's an expensive dog. That ain't my dog, so it is what it is. It's just that I know when he's off the leash, he don't listen at all. You can call him as many times as you want to. That nigga's not gonna turn around. But outside of that, bro, um, what I'm about to do, I didn't think I was gonna be going live this long. I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna see what's good, bro. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit later. Again, I'm not even gonna chase this dog. Like it is what it is. One thing about Hershey, when he is done with being outside, he is good. He does eventually come back, but you can't trust people nowadays. You say he needs to be disciplined. Of course, he does. But see, laziness. Take him for a walk. Go outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? He peeing on people's yard, shit, gonna be shitting and stuff. Again, if the right person see that dog, because Hershey gonna go out. He friendly. That's a friendly dog, bro. He got sense not to do crazy stuff, but I'm just saying, like, this is why, like, at night, he be doing what he want. And then when somebody got to clean up the mess, it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. Run the likes up, by the way. Appreciate y'all for liking the live. Drop a bag on the cash out to support the team. Anything helps. $1 or $200, $500. Look at this nigga. He all the way at somebody else's front door, bro. Like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time for this dog. I don't know what paranoia betrayal is. Wait, you said can semen retention destroy? Oh, I think you're trying to say prana. I don't know. No, paranoia of betrayal. What's paranoia of betrayal? How is she gonna be like? Is that your Benz? Nah, for real, bro. This nigga, he's legitimately walking like in the other people's yard, just exploring everything, bro. Obviously, too, with dogs, they know other dogs are like they're very good with their noses and shit. Like usually, if I have Hershey on the leash, um, and he's walking towards something, he's always smelling somebody else's shit or some type of food or something. He's always doing stuff like that. Dogs are universally the same. I ain't gonna lie, that's some fine shit outside. I could have just like walked up and try to like embarrass myself by calling Hershey, but not thinking. Friends or girlfriends cheating or backbiting you, like being malicious in general. Yes, semen retention makes you center yourself, and once you center yourself, all that whatever you went through, um, it's gonna be a thing where like you learn from. You're gonna see exactly where you went wrong or where she went wrong, or like you said, if you had friends or girlfriends that was cheating or backbiting and being malicious in general, you might want some revenge low key, but never act on trying to get revenge on somebody. The best revenge you can get is centering yourself, internalizing that quote unquote anger or magnetism, and manifesting greatness out of it. You know what I'm saying? People will always regret the People will always regret treating you bad once you leveled up in life, because now they want to experience the new version of you. They know the old version of you, but like once they see the new version of you, you got more money, you look better, whatever the case may be, you're in better shape, you're in better spirits. They're gonna want to experience that version of you. So but yeah, though, bro. Shit, I was gonna say what y'all got planned for today. Like I said, it's some ritualistic things going on today that I don't know about. I like again, I totally disassociated from a lot of these quote unquote holidays. So when people say something to me, I just be like, yeah, thank you, you too. I don't even take offense to it, bro, because like I said, some people still be. You can say Happy Thanksgiving, it really don't matter to me, but I know what I stand for. I know you get what I'm saying. I know what I'm gonna put my energy towards, and not put it towards. This damn dog. I don't know where the fuck he went, bro. That's the problem, man. This is why he keeps shitting up the place, man. Motherfuckers be lazy, bro. Just go outside and walk the dog. Walk the dog for like 10, 20 minutes. You got look, Hershey. Really? Did you take a shit? Now you want to walk up to the camera and be all cool. Now you done? Say it was good to the chat. Tell the chat that you don't need no leash, dog. You be out here. You be doing your thing. See, one thing about Hershey is that like I take care of this nigga, dog. Last night he was bored. He walked up to my door and he was like, "Bro, take me outside. I gotta take a shit." You done? You ready? Come on, let's go. Bye, Hershey. Get the hell out the road. Look at this nigga. All right. That's what you gotta say. You gotta be like, bye, Hershey. Bye, Hershey. We leaving. We leaving, Hershey. This nigga. Somebody has to wipe her ass. That's not gonna be me. Yeah, somebody gonna have to do it. Cause one thing about this nigga, he gon' I ain't gonna lie, Hershey do got some teeth on him. But I was gonna say one thing about Hershey, um, chilling for the most part. Someone said, does semen retention make animals attracted or act kinder? You know, I actually asked ChatGPT that last night when I told, like, basically when cause I'm like, Hershey don't really he don't really come to my door unless he really wants something or if he got to use the bathroom. So I said, I wonder, does it make a difference? And when you think about it, animals in general, especially when you talk about dogs, like they pick up on energy just the same as like any other sentient being. Dogs are a lot more aware of their surroundings. They could tell, like Hershey could tell, like it's Thanksgiving. Like you feel me? It's people outside, um, different smells in the atmosphere. Um, he can dogs can sense fear, anxiety, happiness, joy. They can sense all that shit. So yeah, anytime when I'm locked in, especially on the high street, and if I go for a walk, it'd be like random cats that would usually run away. They'd be right there. They'd just be looking at me like, "Yo, what's good? I see you. I fuck with your frequency." That's it, for real, for real. So like, and then the whole thing, same thing with Pluto. I'm gonna go holler at Pluto. I'm gonna give him like a something to like be thankful for because a lot of his cousins are getting deep fried and stuffed with all type of like things and stuff. So shout out to my dog, my duck. I'd say Pluto. He not really a duck. He just act like he is. He just act like he a duck. He that nigga. I think Pluto is a drug dealer for real, bro. I think that's an extraterrestrial. I think his clientele. I think business is booming as usual for Pluto. That nigga he's the plug. Don't get it twisted. Just cause like he a duck and he chill, that don't mean nothing. That nigga is the plug. He be drug dealing, bro. And he be spinning the block if he need to. Niggas be over whooping sometimes. Niggas be over whooping, bro. But yeah, man. But what y'all got going on today though? Like y'all just gonna be chilling? Y'all watching the game? Y'all gonna be chilling with y'all girl? Is it anybody's birthday today? If I want to say, if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, bro. But I don't celebrate birthdays, so forget what I just said. No disrespect. Do that shit. Why are we like that? Do you think people on SR might have better gambling odds? That's a great question. Actually, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I have my luck on Prize Picks. You feel me? I definitely have my luck on Prize Picks. But to answer your question, gambling. If you try to gamble on too many legs, that's when you'll never win shit. Like if you do like 2 leg parlays or some shit like that, because I'm not gonna lie, there was one time when I was on retention, and I'm not even supposed to be saying this shit, but I'm gonna say it anyway because that was some magical shit that happened. But I was on retention, right? I went for a walk. I went for my two and a mile. Two. I think I went for 2.5 miles. I went for my walk, right? That same night, I put in a ticket. They gave like a free $20 free play. I put in a 6 pick parlay. That shit hit for $888, bro. And this was after I was like having like a mad spiritual day. Shit wasn't going right. All type of shit was happening, and I hit for $888 off a free 20. Now you see the birds, motherfuckers be chilling. I envy birds sometimes. They just be flying and shit, just minding their business. Look at these niggas. That shit don't even look real, nigga. You birds not even real, nigga. All right, cleaning and workout. But yeah, I hit for $880, bro. $888, bro. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And then on top of that, I hit like on another. This is baseball though. See, baseball is where the money at, low key. But to answer your question, I wouldn't say you would have better odds, but I think you'll make smarter decisions. I don't bet no more because that should be stealing my peace, bro. That shit, I be pissed off. I be wanting to cuss these niggas out. I'll be like, these niggas trash. As soon as I pick you, you don't want to do shit. As soon as I take the under, if I take the under for like 9 rebounds, the nigga got 8 rebounds in the first quarter. Parlay mash. $3.20 or $320. Game mash, dog. I hate that shit, dog. That's why I stopped gambling. That's why I stopped betting, bro. And then on top of that too, with Vegas, based on like the amount of like bets per team or player, they be like, damn, a lot of motherfuckers put money on you tonight to cover. Nigga, sit this nigga down and like something wrong with his